Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let us say thanks to our God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us some resource and blessing today so we can attend our meeting without any trouble. And secondly, may salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to lightness. And the third, thank you very much for our lecturer and our friend to give us opportunity to present our presentation today. So today we are going to talk about discovering medieval science. Before that, I will introduce my team, and the first member is me, Nurul Ihsaniah, as a moderator and as first speaker. And the second is Aqilah Rhihadatulaisy as a second speaker, and the third is Nurul Fadillah as a third speaker. So from the audio 7.1, we get a lot of information about discovering medieval science. Maybe all of you know about discovering medieval science, or we know about the Middle Age, or have often been called by the Dark Age. So there's a lot of invention and machine that we can use until right now, and designed by a medieval scholar. So my second speaker will explain more about that.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Aqilah Rhihadatulaisy, and I will continue the explanation from my friend Nurul Ihsaniah. One of the inventions that is still in use today is pen. Pen was made in 1953 for the Caliph of Margaret. Before then, people used bird feathers and ink to write with. This method would often leave your fingers and your clothes covered with blank ink. The Caliph wanted to devise they will not do this. So the first fountain pen had a small container with ink inside and did not stain people's clothes or fingers while the user was writing. You can see a model of this fountain pen in room 11B. In the same room, you will find medieval chess sets. The game of chess was first played in ancient India, but the modern version of the game was developed in Persia and brought to Spain in the 10th century. The English expression checkmate used to end the games come from the Persian checkmate, which means the king is helpless. But let's now move to some other invention. In rooms 12A and 12B, we have works by the great medieval engineer Al-Jazari. Al-Jazari lived in 11th century Turkey. His work, the Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices, lists 100 different machines with instructions and diagrams explaining how to build them. In these exhibitions, you can see models of some of devices that were designed by Al-Jazari. Here, you can see his mechanical clocks. These clocks work by the use of water and weights. However, his most important invention was the crankshaft. About the crankshaft will be explained by my friend Nurul Fadillah.
Here I will explain the material about the crankshaft. The crankshaft is the part of the engine that allows the engine to move in a straight line and was first used for watering gardens and farms. While in the modern times, the crankshaft is used in the car engines, motorcycles, and others. The main function of the crankshaft is to change the up and down motion generated by the piston into a rotary motion, which will be transmitted to the transmission. The crankshaft is usually made of the carbon steel with high grade and durability. One of the most important discoveries of the middle of this century was gunpowder. This discovery has changed history in ways we can't even imagine. Gunpowder was invented in the 9th century by Chinese scientists while trying to make the elixir of eternal life. It led to invention of fireworks and weapons, It is one of the four great discoveries of China's culture. The first instructions on how to make gunpowder were written in the 11th century by Zhang Gongliang, Dingdu, and Yang Wei. Gunpowder has changed the way we work and influenced world history, and many people think gunpowder is the most important invention in history.
Okay, guys, maybe that's enough for our presentation. So if you have a question, you can comment in Google Classroom. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.